Hi, this is Dan Gilmartin, part of the Gilmartin Group Real Estate Company in Berlin, California. June 13th, 2022, with your Monday morning market minute. Okay, single family inventory from South San Francisco to Redwood City right now is 225. That is up from 218 of last week. Last year, this time, that number was 136. 2020, that number was 200. 2019, 204, and the 2018 number was 176. Here we are at 225 to be expected here in June. Also, the average days on market for all the homes that are active, single family homes that are active right now, is 32 and a half days. I happened to look at that number last week. That number was 35. So the average days on market for the active listing, single family homes, actually has come down a few. We had 46 homes come on the market. That's lower than last week's 55. And we had 35 homes go into contract. Not quite that 40 number we like to see, but much better than last week's 21 and getting close to that 40 number. That's good news. The average days on market for the homes that went into contract was 10 days. That's actually down from last week's 12 and a half. So that's good news in terms of momentum. More good news, I guess, on the seller side of the conversation. Transactions falling through. TFT 1. So no alarming TFTs, deals aren't falling apart, and we had a good amount of sales. Condominiums right now, 164 condominiums on the market. That's up from 156 of last week. Last year, this time, that number was 118. 2020, the number was 91. 2019, 102. And the 2018 number, 64. Here we are at 164. The average days on market of all the condominiums and townhomes that are on the market right now, the average days on market for them is 15 and a half days. We had 36 condominiums come on the market. That's more than last week's 28. And we had 18 condominiums go into contract. That's a good number, high teens, better than last week's 14. The average days on market for those homes that went into contract was 19, which is actually up from last week's 13 and a half. And for TFTs, transactions falling through, 0. We had 19 homes either expire, cancel, or withdraw from the marketplace. That's kind of a high number. And here's a high number for 2022. We had 27 price reductions. That's the highest amount of price reductions in 1 week for 2022. That beats 18. So that tells me here that with good sales, we have sellers out there that, hey, maybe we have leveled off for 2022. I think we can all say that. The market's acting very normal, and if you're not getting what you are, as a seller, getting what you want, the best thing you can do is readjust your price. Here we have 27 homeowners readjusting their price, and sales go up. Very good news. So total from South San Francisco to Redwood City, condominiums and single family homes inventory is 389. That's up from 374 of last week. Last year, this time, that number was 254. In 2020, that number was 291. 2019, 306. And 2018, 240. Again, here we are at 389. The peak number for 2020. The last time we saw this much inventory was in 2020, and that number was 441, which was in October. So inventory is up, but on the macro level of things, from South San Francisco to Redwood City, over 90,000 units, there's 389 on the market. So actually, inventory on the big picture is still small. And again, in that marketplace, it's my feeling that we would have to reach 600 plus homes to go to a full-scale buyer's market. Here at 389, even if we get up to the 440s and maybe 500 this year, which we haven't seen in a long time, but that's more of a normal market. Normal for everybody, normal for sellers, normal for buyers. A marketplace that I love. It's where I can represent sellers and get over asking, and represent buyers and get under asking when the scenarios are right. That's this is the type of market, meaning strategy, systems, and procedures really starts to come into play right now. Thanks for listening. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you next week.